Hey everyone, Solomon Christ here in another video. Yes, I'm back. I know I took a little bit of a break, and I took that break just to actually make sure that I get feedback from the community and from everybody who's been supporting me. Thank you so much for the support. I wanted to get feedback on what you all want to see, and now the videos that are going to be coming out and the information that's going to be coming out will be a lot more targeted towards the feedback that I've been hearing from a lot of people within my school communities, within LinkedIn, within the YouTube videos, and all the other places where I've been now bringing content out. And so I want to thank you all for your ongoing support. Please do join my school community. The funds there help me to continue growing. And on top of that, I am learning as well at light speed, which helps out me and my customers. And I am running an AI agency as well. So a lot of people who are doing this, they're AI automators, they're running their AI agencies or their businesses. It's exciting. There's a lot that's going on, and it is something that is growing every single day. So we got to keep up to it. We got to keep on working hard. And so if you're also running an AI agency or an AI business, this is great. You're part of a great community if you join our school page, and you get to connect with other like-minded people, which is huge for our industry because everything changes every single day, right? So thank you so much for that. And today's video, this specific video, is actually about a request that I was given on one of my popular videos, which is on FFmpeg. And so one of the challenges was that several of us who were actually installing this were having challenges of not having FFmpeg or any other Linux or Unix app that you install via Docker system. It didn't stay if you reset the actual machine, right? And if you actually reset things, you'd have to redo the entire thing for example, for FFmpeg. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to actually go over the steps to keep it there permanently if you wanted to keep certain commands or certain apps, which are Linux based, right within your system all the time, even if you reset it. All right, so let's dive in and let's go ahead and look at that solution. All right, so in the previous FFmpeg video, if you saw the original FFmpeg video, which I had before, this was pretty much what we had created. And so if you had the execute command with FFmpeg, you're actually running this here. But now if you reset the machine, this command won't work. And so we're actually going to create a new execute command. I'm just going to take this here. I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to create a brand new automation here. You can actually click on the plus button here in N8n and click on workflow. All right, and I'm just going to throw in an execute command here now. There we go. All right, and I can actually just type this thing inside of here. Now I'm going to actually change this command. This was actually the command that we used for creating a slideshow. I'm just going to put dash version here. All right, and I can just run this right now just as it is. And there we go. You see this here? It's saying that FFmpeg, this failed, right? Because I have reset my machine completely, and now the Docker no longer recognizes this command because the Docker image actually, does not have that installed by default. And so when you reset the machine, you need to actually have something set up which says to Docker, hey, when you're resetting this brand new, version of Docker with N8n, well, I need you to also install the FFmpeg, command itself so that I have access to that within my N8n system. So first thing that we need to do is we need to go into our actual DigitalOcean box there. So inside of DigitalOcean, you come to your actual, machine here, the virtual machine, and you're going to click on console here. So inside of our machine, we have to first find out where is the Docker image in our virtual machine here. So the location of the actual, N8n installation is inside of the OPT folder. So you're going to type in cd opt, all right, and then you're going to see your Docker caddy. So if I just type in ls, you're going to see here n8n-docker-caddy. So let's cd into that, or change directory into that. So cd n8n docker caddy, and now you're going to see a whole bunch of files here. The specific one that we're looking at is the docker-compose YAML file. Okay, YML is what it's called, or YAML. I call it YAML. But that's the one that we need to edit. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in nano docker, and I can actually type in the tab key, and it'll automatically complete it for me. So docker-compose, and I hit enter. And now we are inside of the Docker compose file. It's inside of here that every single time Docker is loaded, it's going to run this set of commands, which means that if you turn your machine off and you turn it back on again, well, it's going to run this again. And so if we don't have the actual command to actually install FFmpeg, well, if you do it once while it's running, that's fine, it'll work. But then when you restart your system, that's why it completely, disappears, is because now it's trying to do it again, and all of a sudden you no longer have access to FFmpeg in your N8n installation. All right, so let's show you now how to actually make it so that it will always be there. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be creating another custom Docker file, which will be called from this Docker compose file. All right, so it's a separate file that's going to allow us to do the installations first of what we need. So from this window here, you're going to hit Control and the letter X to exit out of that. Now we're going to type in nano, N-A-N-O, and then we're going to create a file called Docker file. So D-O-C-K-E-R-F-I-L-E. Okay, so just like that, very, very simple. And we're going to hit enter. All right, and so what we're going to do now is you're going to just copy and paste this here in. As you can see, it says from N8n IO /N8n, and it's got : the latest, user, root, and then we're going to install FFmpeg. It's similar to the way we did it before, except we're doing it now here as a Docker file, like within the Docker system. And so it's going to run the APK update, and then it's going to run the APK add. We're using the no cache flag, which will actually make it so that it doesn't, bloat the entire system. And then you're adding the FFmpeg. Now, if you want to add more, let's say on top of this, if you want to add in, let's say, ImageMagick and a few others, you'd simply just make the following edits. So I'd actually put a backslash here. And so there's FFmpeg. Let's put in a backslash here. And, you want to put in ImageMagick. You could put in a image, M-A-G-I-C-K. And then you could just continue and add in whatever additional command line apps that you want to add in. So I'll just add these two, for example, just so that you can see that there. And then from here, we're going to hit Control-O to write this out. All right. And then you're going to hit Control-X to exit. But you notice that we switch back to the actual user node. So hit Control-X. All right. So now that we've created that file, we have to, call it. We have to go back into the Docker Compose. We have to actually find that file and call it inside of the Docker Compose YAML file. So you're going to type in nano, and then Docker dash compose, and you can hit tab again, and .yaml and hit enter. And so now we're going to go down here to where we have the word image here. But specifically, instead of where it says docker.n8n.io /N8n.io /N8n, you're going to replace that with the following. Just going to be typing in build. And now I have to actually put in a whole bunch of spaces here. So there we go. I'm going to put in context. All right. Colon. And then I'm going to put period. So space period. And then I'm going to do this again. Space, space, space. Go to where context is. It's about 6 characters in. And then we're going to type in Docker file, colon, Docker file. That's the Docker file that we created. Okay. And so now everything else pretty much stays the same. You don't need to change anything else. We just need to now save this here. So Control-O to save it. And then Control-X to come on out. And then we're going to do a Docker compose down. So Docker compose down. All right, that's going to stop the container. Then we're going to do a Docker compose up --build -d and hit enter. All right, so now we're up and running with the new, command items inside of there without having to worry that if our server goes down that, I have to go and reinstall FFmpeg again or reinstall, ImageMagick or any other command line tools that you want to put inside of there. So watch this. I'm just going to hit exit. I'm going to hit close, and I'm going to go to my droplet here, and I'm literally going to shut off my server. All right, so there we go. I've shut it off. All right, so now we're going to turn it back on and give it about 5 minutes before we actually, refresh this page here. All right, so this is good news. It's telling us that it's loading whenever you see the white screen here. And then just another 30 seconds or so, we should see it. And there it is. So now if I actually double click here, and I've got FFmpeg-version, hit test step, and there's my FFmpeg. Now if I type in magic, so MAGICK, all right, and there it is as well. So I've got both ImageMagick and FFmpeg installed, and I don't have to worry about it, dying out again. It's already part of now the actual Docker YAML file, so it will always come installed every single time now in my N8n. So I don't have to worry that if I hit execute command, it's going to fail. It's now always going to be installed in my Docker image itself. All right, so there you have it. That's a little more of an advanced item there for those of you who are trying to understand how can I actually keep my actual FFmpeg or any of my command line tools that I've actually wanted to use inside of N8n via the execute command node. Well, that's how you keep them there, even if you reset your actual server. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Please make sure to join my school community page there. And thank you so much for, being part of this journey with me. I'm always learning, and I hope you are too. I don't know everything. AI is changing every single day, and that's why it requires us to constantly keep on learning, keep on trying out, new things. There's a lot of incredible creators on YouTube and various school communities. Always keep on doing your best to, just learn. This space is moving every single day. I mean, as we're speaking right now, Claude 4 is launched, and there's several other incredible items like Veo 3 has come out from Google, and like just the video quality is just out of this world. It's changing all the time, and so if you don't keep up with this daily, it's going to be gone. It's literally going to be gone. So that's why you've got to be a constant learner of this. And I hope that if you're running an AI agency or an AI business, the way I am as well, and helping out customers around the world, that you continue with that learning and education. It is changing at light speed. And if you're, using N8n, just like I am, it is an incredible tool. And if you want to find other great tutorials, especially for N8n, just go to the N8n community page, and you're going to see that entire forum there. Click on the tutorials tab, and you're going to see a lot of different tutorials, including my own, which are all inside of there, and a lot of great people who are just building amazing, tutorials and trainings all around N8n and automation. All right, so check that out as well. And I look forward to seeing you in another video in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.